Episode 10. I'm thinking maybe I should finally go to the swamp and meet Doc. Let's see if I can maybe do something with these monolith patches.
Время дорого.
Tempted to buy an axe. Must resist the temptation. Couldn't get any small caliber
Спокойно. Чем могу помочь, сталкер?
rifle repair kits, the red ones. Hey, that's not a bad price. Forget what I said a few episodes back about not going for the intermediate backpacks and just going from the most basic to the absolute best. And he's got the upgraded versions of some of these jobbers. Well, I'm presented with... Oh, and he's selling grenade launchers now. That means that I was mistaken about something, because I thought you needed to have a goodwill score of 1,000 before a faction's trader would start selling grenade launchers. But I think that has more to do with your individual score or rank. Now, do I get that better backpack, or do I build up the LR300? Taking the standard one along with me just to satisfy curiosity. 5% difference in condition, favoring the custom.
Хаюшки!
Oh, now he's selling these things. That makes me wonder if maybe... Well, no, I left this map and came back the previous episode, and not once was anyone selling the red kit. All right then, I know what I'm doing. I needed these 4 parts. And those upgradey thingamadoozers. I'll fix it first, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to upgrade it.
А, привет!
So I'll buy just one. Kind of pricey, but worth it. That kind isn't too much more. Four uses. Oh, I forgot my gunsmithing tools. Yeah. Always got to remind myself. You need this, and then you need that, and then you need this, and then you need that. And then you need a handful of more other stuff. The whole kit and caboodle. And then the kitchen sink on top of that. Oh, of course this. Always this. Starting this episode off with a chore.
Хаюшки! Бай!
Excited though, cause this is gonna be great. My new primary weapon. Excellent. Now, let's see what some of these upgrading majigs can do. Let's see what some of their prices are. Oftentimes, if the cost of the upgrade is low enough, like this, I'll just pay for it. I would like to install at least one reliability upgrade, but I don't want to spend too much. only had 10 more percent to go.
Послушайте, мужики.
That's good. I predicted that might happen. Again. That was for Lukash, if I recall. Time's up, that's fine. I'm thinking I should probably try to continue to make do with this backpack. Since 59 kilograms, that's already better than the weight limit in Shadow of Chernobyl. And this weighs 12 kilograms, which is the same as military armored suit in Shadow of Chernobyl. .181, and that said 181, now 189. Right? Or were my eyes deceiving me? It's not going to have stellar durability until I install probably at least 2 reliability upgrades. Oh, here's an odd quirk. Before I talk about the odd quirk, though, aimable grenade launchers. Here's something you can't do in S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. Aim grenade launchers. Granted, there's no grenade launcher sight on this particular rifle when it has a launcher mounted on it. Contrast with the M16 or M4. But you can aim the grenade launcher using the host rifle's front sight at the very least, and that's good enough for gameplay purposes. Good sight picture. I've talked about the position of the sight in past videos. Here's the odd quirk that I wanted to mention. Grenade launcher and sound suppressor, but no scope or reflex sight. You can aim unobstructed. The sound suppressor doesn't get in the way of aiming the grenade launcher using the host rifle's front sight. But you put a scope or reflex sight on there, and now the sound suppressor obstructs your view when you attempt to aim the grenade launcher. Just some odd quirks. Now, what should I carry as a backup weapon? .48 versus 2.97. The crank is actually lighter than the MP5 SD6, and I don't think I ever noticed that before. .18 versus .16. That's per unit, not per magazine. 15 rounds being a unit. 51.7 experiment time. Stash this and this. 47.4 versus well, now that's going to be an inconclusive test because of the amounts of ammo I have. They're not even. Okay. Reconfiguring test. 101. 46.8 versus 46.2. Looks like the crank wins. It feels odd carrying two rifles chambered for two different intermediate calibers that both do basically the same thing. Now, it would be different if I was carrying one rifle in 5.56 and another in 7.62 by 39. Heavier caliber rifle would be for battling mutants. And I'll only carry 4 40 mils with me, and one RGD-5 grenade and another in reserve. Actually, I'll stash that one too and just carry the one. And 3 40 mils. 43.6. And I'll still try to use the Crink more so than the LR300. Still getting use out of the Crink. Now, should I go to the swamp and meet Doc like I said, or should I go turn that mission in? And of course, that guy's gone from Red Forest to Pripyat. So that's going to be on my itinerary for some time yet. As is this, probably. Looks like I should go to... Where's that? Dark Valley. I should go turn this in to Lucash and then go to the Great Swamp and scrounge up these and then meet Doc. Or meet Doc and then scrounge up these. But first this. Eco-stalkers. Like me. Now if I confront, or am confronted by, a pseudo-giant or chimera, I can be a contender. This looks like the cat trail in my backyard. In previous episodes, I hope I didn't refer to Lucash as Skinflint, or vice versa. And yes, that is the correct classical Latin pronunciation. It's fine to say vice versa, just don't say vice versa. It's vice versa or vice versa. See how much I get for this. Not great, not terrible. Oh, I'll have to leave something. That should do. It's a temptation to buy more 40 mils while I'm here. I do have the cash to afford it. Of course, if I did that, I'd restash some of this stuff. No one doesn't need a hyphen. I might see about upgrading my armor or headgear. More and more options are presenting themselves now.
Зону уже не вычистили бы до самого донышка.
Always the slog. Always trudging through drudgery. Even though I'm not a hobo no mo. Hobo no mo. I'll go ahead and put those in there for now. And once again, I took all those, well, took 4 duty patches out of the place where I keep trying to remind myself to just leave them there. It's such a headache having to remind myself. Do this, don't do that. Can't you read the sign? Since I'm carrying 2 rifles, I'll stash this.
Ты рассказывай.
Must resist the temptation to pick up any more jobs. Not a huge price difference between this and this. This is the better buy. Better stats, plus it weighs less. But I don't need any of those. Could maybe go for something with a bit more psychic protection. See about getting some more. 1 mag's worth of 5.56, resisting the temptation to buy another 40 mil. If I really wanted to, I could start amassing all that stuff that Skinflint asks for. All right, 43.6 out of 59. I have food, water, ammo, explodies, fix-it-majigs, spare batteries, smokes, matches, over 50,000 in dosh. Medicine. Kitted out. A great swamp it is, and I had a pit stop to make in Corden. Didn't I? I might be thinking of something I already did. Never mind that, though. Away we go.
Иди своей дорогой, S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
Burning daylight, so I stashed all my sneaky breaky stuff. Suppressed MP5 and Crink suppressor. And NATO suppressor. But my real motivation for stashing the NATO suppressor was because of the way it interferes with your ability to aim the grenade launcher when you also have either a scope or reflex sight mounted. Most rifles that accept the M203 are like that, whether or not they have a flip-up leaf sight for aiming the launcher. The M4A1 RAS is an exception. It can have all the accessories on it, and you can aim the launcher with a flip-up leaf sight without the sound suppressor obstructing it. But like I always say, I can't force myself to endure the wrong-handed reload animation. Reloading with the shooting hand instead of the support hand. And it's a stoner-based rifle, and it's not even front-heavy. Snacking on pepper jack cheese. Will there be demented doom cats or demented doom dogs? Or demented doom boars getting in my way? Demented doom flesh pigs are a different story. Because at least they can be amusing with their twisted faces and their bulging eyeballs. Or if they're the pig-faced kind, they have piggy pig noses.
Oink oink flashy piggy!
Always pig. The flesh pig's twisted pig face And of course, cats, just like I predicted. No. Not putting up with it. Accidentally bumped the stupid mouse wheel on this Kensington Orbit trackball. Always happens at the worst possible time. Funny how I'm willing to fight chimeras and pseudo-giants and such, and that doesn't cheese me off all that much. But force me to contend with dozens of cats and dogs and other little piss ants and all this sort of thing. And it really wears down my patience. These are really the things that put scratches in your armor. It might be worth repairing this, since it's capable of having more psychic resistance than this, and then maybe I can see if that'll provide enough protection for me to get that Yantar tracking device biz out of the way finally. This one now and keep the better one for later use. I like having a trackball on. I like having mouse wheel on my trackball. I just don't like how the Kensington Orbit has a gigantic one that surrounds the trackball. I'd rather just have a normal mouse wheel offset to the left or right. And on a trackball, it probably would need to be offset to the left or right. And it would still be ambidextrous. You would just hold it. You would use a different finger to operate the mouse wheel, depending on whether you were using it left-handed or right-handed. Any stashes marked? Probably should have looked for that earlier. It's fine. Should probably sharpen my knife. See what kind of condition it's in. Yeah. '61, '64, '63. Good enough. I see you. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to ask around and see if there were any mission quest things that anyone wanted done in Corden or the Great Swamp. Oh well. I have all this stuff on my itinerary, and like there's about a third of it that I can't do. Can't go to this one place because you need this other thing, and you can't go assassinate these monolith goons because they've gone too far north by this point. And even if you fast traveled there, you die in a matter of seconds because of the psionic, not psionic, but psionic field. Screw it. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 has 40 mils that actually have arming distance. So they gave 40 mils in arming distance, and they gave every fixed tube gun a reload animation. Gotta remember to hug the barbed wire fence. Hug it. Cut yourself up on it. What if that was actually a thing? If you were in motion while up against the barbed wire fence, it would actually damage you and your armor. Now, what was I saying? Okay. Reorganize my thoughts now. In S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, 40 mils have arming distance, and every gun that has a fixed magazine tube has a reload animation that involves a proper chamber load. Loading the chamber first is called a combat load. It can be good. It can be done with any kind of gun that has a fixed magazine tube, regardless of which direction it ejects cartridges. If it's a side ejector, you can load the chamber directly. If it's a top ejector, you can load the chamber directly. If it's a bottom ejector, like an Invicta 37, then what you do is you load one shell into the magazine tube, cycle the action, and then load the rest. There will probably be one more bore at least. Notice how I'm fixing my armor before healing myself. Go ahead and use up one of those. I really do like that med kits come in 2 packs and are lightweight. I think I lost a whole percent off of the condition of this just by firing like 1/3 of a mag. Did I pillage this place already?
Решил улучшить что? Или поломку исправить? You can get one of these from Kip for doing one of the early missions of her quest line. I think it's the one where you get her TOZ 34 Bison. Temptation. You've got plenty of 5.56 in stock and 5.45. prices are a bit more. Compared to my usual traders. $42 kilograms. What is that in binary? In Oblivion Lost 2010, if you have Sid make you an ecologist right from the start, you'll be given papers that allow you to pass by the military checkpoint right here, and you won't need to bribe them. But they'll still, of course, it would be that. Let's see if there are any stashes marked. Again, I should have checked that earlier. The meadow, I don't go there very often. I haven't even visited Rookieville even once on this character. I really need to get that much momentum just to hop over that. Come on. Should I sell that mine to Loris or Sid? Or will it even make a difference? I forget whether or not I established a stipulation that I'm not allowed to use planted explosives. Just can't kill anything fast enough. %86%. Maybe I should just start using my LR300. See, but I didn't want to actually waste any ammo before getting to the Great Swamp. But I guess that was unrealistically optimistic on my part. Uncharacteristically optimistic, I could also say. Once again, this Kensington trackball is starting to piss me off. Logitech doesn't make the TrackMan anymore.
I used the Logitech TrackMan marble for more than 20 years. And it's perfect in every way except perhaps two. The primary problem is its buttons wear out way too fast, like within 2 years or so. Its other problem is it lacks a mouse wheel, which is not a problem if you have a mouse wheel on your keyboard, like I used to have. I had one like that way back in the day. '96 or '97, '97. Yep. It loses 1% every time I fire it. That will change once it has all of its reliability upgrades. Once it has all of its reliability upgrades, you have to burn through several mags for it to lose just 1%. Well, 2 mags, let's say. Something like 2 mags before it loses 1% of off of its condition. Elevator. That is grain elevator. All these unmarked stashes. Was that an unmarked stash? And then you have the ones with the purple markings that sometimes you can barely see on your mini-map. Yeah, that's an unmarked stash. Eat the heavier one, only because it's heavier. Most of these foods have decent calorie content. In the ordinary world, people try to eat fewer calories. But in a world where you're constantly active and constantly burning fuel, you need more calories, higher octane. Almost seems odd to think that a calorie is a unit of heat. And you're actually burning fuel like your metabolic complex is literally an engine. Should I take the time to scrounge everything here?
Слушаю тебя.
Why do you have to crouch and jump. I've never understood that. Why make the player go through that much hassle just to do something so simple that would be easier to do IRL? Just twist your way off the ladder, please. Quit with the endless hassles. You're breaking my mind. Ugh. Up and over, pile. It's funny, I seem to remember that being over here. I must be thinking of something else. Maybe this. What do you have? Was that a... Oh! A proper paratrooper model AK-74. AKS-74. See, why do they do this? You have to be looking at it from its front. Unmarked stash, another unmarked stash. And you have to crouch to get... Come on, quit, please. I can't. You're breaking me. What's the matter, Judd? Haven't you played S.T.A.L.K.E.R before? Shut up. PKM.
You could get a PK in Oblivion Lost. Another unmarked stash. At least as far back as... Maybe that was a purple stash. You just can't tell because a lighter blue on top of a darker purple, you just don't see the darker purple. That song, that will always remind me of the movie Heavy Metal. I'll sell you that, those, this, not these. I'm pretty sure I can get more for these from a medic. I do believe I was right to make duty my primary supplier. How many of those do I have? Oh, yeah. I can do that. But notice he pays less than General Verona. Why should Mercs care about that? Sure, I'm turning it into Sid, who's allied with the loners, but it pertains, well, Mercs are friendly or neutral with bandits. I guess that does track. But they're also Mercs, so they shouldn't really be so much friendly with bandits as they should be, well, neutral. At best and or worst. Just always neutral. Why not? Hopefully by the time I get around to that bandit, I'm pretty sure that bandit's not going to venture too far north. Bandits don't usually do that. Monolithians, sure.
Save over K, but not J. Where's Hip? Could go meet the military guys down at the literal cordon part of Cordon. See if I can pick up a mission. Maybe one that involves turning in monolith faction patches, 9 to 12 of them, and get paid, let's say, at least 900 rubes a piece. I reiterate, General Veronin pays better than that. So General Veronin will be my regular guy for turning in the patch missions, and Skinflint will be my regular guy for turning in PDAs.
Здоров.
Classic PK. You can tell by the fluted barrel that it's the older PK model.
Ну, я слушаю.
Oh, that's a good one right there. Second best version of this. The best is the camo one. More specifically, the one with the green camo. And all the other camo ones, I think, are on par with the black one, but don't quote me on that. And your prices are comparable to Colonel Petrenko's. I will buy one mag's worth of 5.56 and 140 mil, and I will still be over, not only over 50,000, but over 51,000. Probably more I could do here, but I don't really need to at the moment. Could probably pilfer those huts. Not a huge necessity. To the Great Swamp we go. The Great Swamp.
Save over 1K, but not 1J. Now let's see which is closer. Documents on the way to dock.
Молчи, сука!
Why am I still trying to not use my LR300? I should just use it. That'll do. Oh, there's another one. Didn't want to waste half my ammo on one battle against cheeky breakies. You might try coming around the other side. Maybe I should have gotten a durability upgrade. Why do you keep changing the position of my gun? If I want to put the muzzle down, just leave the muzzle down. Stop trying to make decisions for me, game. Drives me up a wall. Parasite, that's an appropriate name. At that time, the game didn't change the position of my muzzle. %, 64%. At that time, it did change the position of it. Should I, and I changed the position again. Should I visit Clear Sky? While I'm here. Blue footlocker. Empty. Can I trust that red arrow? Yes. In the past, I've had situations where I know I've probably explained this before. Why I often go through and de-highlight all but one task. The red arrow would get confused. Granted, I might have misinterpreted something, but that memory caused me to... The memory of that happening... How should I explain this? The miserable memory of that having to have had happened, caused me to establish the paranoid policy of simplifying my itinerary, task selection. I'm probably over-explaining that. Well, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Did I mention the game reserve down the road from where I live? This time I did switch to that intentionally. Denied. Okay, screw it. Tired of wasting resources. So glad I'm not immediately getting irradiated just from stepping in a puddle of water. One of these days I'll have a weapon that can take down a boar with fewer than 10 headshots. But at least the LR300 does it better than the Crink. It's only too bad it starts off with low durability. Another unmarked stash. Actually, I wasn't paying attention to whether or not that was marked. I just instinctively went for it. That's all the way down to 92%. Oh, what should I use on it? It's worthy of the good stuff. Is hops number 9 really the good stuff? In the zone it is. Time for a snack. And a drink. I wonder how this van ended up way out here. Machine yard. Something that I would always do in clear sky during the early game. I would fight bandits and renegades in the Great Swamp. Another unmarked stash. Until I got more mitts on an MP5, which I would usually find here. There's usually a bandit who you fight here who has an MP5. I'd take that back to Clear Sky and have their technician convert it to 9mm Makarov. And with that, I could actually be a contender. Really low durability, but at least it's repairable. You have to pay for repairs, but if you can put up with that hardship, what have you got?
AK-105, it looks like. If the AK-105 in this version of this mod had a better reload animation, one that I could at least tolerate, I'd actually use it. Would have been using it instead of the crank. Probably still would have gotten a crank fixed up just for the sake of having one. Zombies me at? Or zomboid? Zombies mode. Two shots to the head just to make it go down. That's an odd style of shirt. It buttons up the back of the side so that the wearer can't really fasten it themselves. Zone sportsmanship style, sort of. Another snort. No. What's with this inconsistency? I can't wait till I have an axe. Did you already? I can let it get beaten up a bit more before I use up another fixie-majig. On the other hand, using up fixie-majigs reduces some amount of weight. Will you come into the water? Is that a flesh pig? That one's a boar. They don't usually throttle into the water. Maybe I can just... Nope. This is why I want/need an AK-104. Oh, this is a nice day. A clear sky in the great swamp. That's appropriate. This village is usually infested with mutants. I think I heard a boar. Might have, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was interested in me. Alright, now this weirdness. There's one specific spot. Where you need to slip in here. Over there. Ah. Come on now, just get... Ugh. Now I see you. Another unmarked stash.
combine these, these, these. Good. Now, let's see if I can find the spot. See, this fence goes all the way down there. And then there's an artificial barrier, so you can't go up and around. You have to go fence can't even decide what it wants to do. You have to follow it way the hell down this way. Insert Evil Dead 2 noises. To right here. I was an 80s kid in the 80s in rural Indiana, so this is giving me flashbacks. Of course I love Stranger Things. Dustin is my fave, but I think I was the Will of my friend group. Invisible barrier. Because of course, why wouldn't there be an invisible barrier there? Maybe I should have brought that sleeping bag. Just in case I got lost in the swamp at night. No, that still wouldn't have done any good. Because you can't sleep just anywhere. Like you could in Oblivion Lost 2010. Or other versions of Oblivion Lost. Did I mention I really love Oblivion Lost? It was my standard setter for a long time. Version 2.2 and version 2010. Not 2010, not 2000 and 0 and 1 and another 0. That's way too many syllables. Just plain old 2010. Is that Baal? Why'd you name your dog Baal anyway? Well, in Hebrew, that just means prince. Got any ideas where he might be? The man is like a ghost. Well, he got confused for Ghost once. My guess is the commie consciousness just had like so much work to do that a mundane task, they just got two guys confused with each other because it's just another one of 87 bazillion mundane tasks. Time for an adventure. In other words, adventure time. Will do. Or should I say, will doom. D-O-0-M. Again with the mercs. Losing goodwill with the mercs. Why would they care? Negative 14. Why should mercs care about something like this? Mercs shouldn't care who I turn patches into for money. If anything, they should dig that because that's kind of merc-like on my part, isn't it? As long as I'm not killing mercs. Invisible barrier. All right. Now that I've visited Doc, I should make a hard save. I see you. Forget where it was. Right here. Okay, good. Now, try to force myself to remember where that is on the map. It's right here at this point on what looks like a sigmoid colon, the sigmoid section of the large intestine. My mom was a medical transcriptionist. I picked up a lot of useful knowledge. Dad was a truck driver. My big bro and myself would sometimes run the route with him. For him, it was a job. For us, it was an adventure.
See a lot of piers in my neck of the woods. I live in a lake resort town. Get back in the water! I had a boating permit, boating license, I forget which, before I was old enough to learn how to drive a car. I think I must have been, I'm guessing 13 at the time. Never owned a boat. I think I hear a snore. For some tasks, iron sights are just the best. I still remember my I could go and get that done. Then again, it is starting to get late-ish, and I would rather start this in the morning. So I think I'll go there. Go through Agroprom. Back to Garbage, then to Rostock. In fact, I might go back to Yantar. I successfully resisted the temptation to use my LR300 too much. I think I used it just enough. Look at this beautiful countryside. Rustic. I love those lighting effects. If I recall, I think there's a tree stump with a stash. Yep. Currently not occupied by anything. Bushwhacker. That makes me think of the Jacobs Bushwhack from Borderlands 2. The real-world iteration of that would be the Chiappa Triple Threat. Why did that take so many shots? Can I get an eye from that effort? Yes. Worth it. Should have left the scope off. Thought I was going to be fighting bandits.
This armor really is better than it has any right to be, seeing as how I traded a case of vodka for it. I have half a mind to see if the military guys over there, whoever handles the issuing of mission quest things, if maybe they're asking for, let's say, 9 to 12 monolith patches. Just one down. Door. Dag. You like dags? I like dags and dogs. And dogs. That's how my cousins from the Chicagoland area say it. Dog. Dog, dog, dog. Or is that more New England or East Coast? Dog. Chicago. Chicago. Anyone who tries to tell you that Indiana doesn't have any accent, well, that's false. We have several. Highland Park is where those particular cousins are from. They used to live, some of them probably still live close to where Weird Science was filmed. In fact, I walked on the sidewalk of one of the streets that could actually be seen in that movie, which has one of the best soundtracks, one of the best theme songs ever. Soundtrack is great, but especially the theme song by Oingo Boingo, the greatest band of all time. The only bands that I can think of off the top of my head that have a sound that's anything like Oingo Boingo are Lemon Demon and Creature Feature, in that order, which might explain why their names have the cadence and style that they have. Their band names. Well, that bird carcass is still there.
Pseudo dog meat times 15, and I've got 2. Might see how much it costs to fix up this helmet, and then I might try to use it to get that S.T.A.L.K.E.R tracking device mission quest thing over and done with. Since this helmet offers, when it's in good condition, it offers some psychic protection. There's a really cool looking gas mask you can get. It has a red filter on the left side. Its left side. And that particular gas mask, I forget what it's called, has really good psionic protection. Not psionic, psionic. So I'm wondering if that would provide enough psi protection, not C protection, psi protection, to get that tracking device biz finally over and done with. Did I have anything left in here? Yeah. Plus one of these, which is secondary to this. Or rather, I should say this one replaced this one in the mythos. The zone mythos. And I remember seeing different versions of the military armored suit. And I think it was Shadow of Chernobyl versus Oblivion Lost. In Shadow of Chernobyl, when viewing the military armored suit in third person, it's depicted with the other helmet, the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. 08. And in Oblivion Lost, it's the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. M12. If I recall, I might be mistaken about that. My memories might be getting jumbled. Hometown. The zone's aesthetics were having the same effect on me. Hometown memories vibes. Here it's quite a bit different. This looks more like West Virginia. With these cliff faces. Northern Indiana doesn't have anything like that. You'll find quarries and stuff like that, but if there are any mountains in Indiana, they would be south, closer to Kentucky. Closer to the Appalachian Ridge. Appalachia is the correct Native American pronunciation. Why it's spelled Appalachia, I have no idea. Let's see what time it is. Just after 8:30.
AK-105. The excellent classic duty exoskelly.
Иди своей дорогой, S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
I'm so tempted to buy that better backpack. If I do, should I keep this one to turn into a stash? Or should I sell it since it'll have better resale value than the plain old basic one? And I already had another one stashed here. 17% versus 20%. Still worth bringing this one back here. Did I read this? I think I did. I did. Adding to my book collection.
Чего расскажешь хорошего?
Nine to 12 monolith patches. Let's find out.
Какие новости, сталкер?
I could actually do this. No, I want night vision before I start doing... Yes, excellent. I said 9 to 12, and 10 counts for that. 5 figures. 11,700. Excellent. And I didn't lose any goodwill with anyone. Having a grenade launcher handy and a good supply of 40 mils isn't enough. You also need night vision. And then you can start doing those night terror missions. It's especially fun doing them for clear sky because you get to do battle with a chimera in the Great Swamp at night. Yep. Since I used so much of my 545, I'll switch to 9x39.
I prefer the iron sights on the LR300. To the ones on the MP5. Earlier I forgot to mention that in Oblivion Lost 2010, even if you're an ecologist, you'll end up fighting the army guys anyway. I was never entirely sure why.
Чего расскажешь хорошего?
I don't think I ever tried playing as a dutier in that mod. It was only ever loner or ecologist. This is definitely worth the cost if you don't already have one by this point and you're not doing a specialized run. $10,000 really isn't that bad, and I can recover that just by doing a certain number of patches mission quest thing. I'm not really sure how much longer it'll be. before I have the tourist backpack. See what time it is. 2200. I will buy, for now, one 40 mil.
Время дорого. Рассказывай.
Stash that. Grab all my vodka.
Стой, сейчас зла нельзя. Чем можно помочь, сталкер? Как она? Finally got that done. Sell him this. Buy that. 822. 1237. Try to remember. 822. 1237. 822 1237. Compare those to spirits prices.
Да, настроение хуже не бывает.
Can definitely do that. One of the kind of heavy ones, but you can sell.
Я не видел, дурак. Держался, не бил накуренный. Хотя бы... Привет, сталкер.
What if it turns out to be...
Рассказывай.
One of those things where I get paid twice for the same job. That guy one, I mean, not this guy one. And what if the moment I set foot, not step foot, but set foot in wild territory,
Подходи, сталкер. Это тихо.
Q-ears basically do my work for me, and I still...
Get paid once I get back here, which will be tomorrow. First, stash that. It's a temptation to use it. Oh, quit doing that. Quit. Okay, now I'm the one making that happen.
Раскисать пока нельзя.
I'm okay with that.
Нельзя.
What? Why'd you take 5 out of 6? Just take all 6. 6. Come on, quit turning everything into a hassle.
All right. Now. I won't be able to effectively sneaky freaky at night until I have night vision. Should I save up and buy the most basic kind or the blue kind? On survivalist progression difficulty, battery power wears down faster. At least I think it does. Leaving my headlamp off. I bet bandits will spot me anyway. Called it. Did I call it or what? The conditions that make stealth possible are so random. You expect me to believe that he heard me? Heard my footfalls? Thought that sounded like a shotgun. At any rate, I knew it would be worth doing that mission. I won't be surprised if I lose goodwill with the mercs. Well, get up there. Another unmarked stash. Has kind of a fish-like face. Size sucker. You guys can deal with that. He's a merc, but he's wearing green instead of blue. Well, that wouldn't
visually lend itself to confusion at all. See, that's why I like having that little white dot in the middle of the screen that turns red. So you can red, yellow, or green, so you can identify friend from foe at a distance. I don't have enough stamina, so had I done this my usual way, I probably would have gotten roasted. Not a problem. That's great. Of course, I sold my caffeine pills, and I don't have any energy drinks. Let's see if my stamina recharges all the way. Yes. You can take shelter in that tunnel if you don't mind sharing the tunnel with anomalies. Really? Have I screwed myself over or what? And that didn't even give me enough time. That didn't even give me a full minute, did it? I can't believe you're doing this to me. I'm gonna have to take shelter in a tunnel. Well, wait, it might not be that bad. Yeah, this might not be so bad. I might not even have to constantly dodge this thing. Let's find out. I think I am going to have to constantly dodge this thing, but it shouldn't be a problem. In fact, it might even help pass the time. I think I just heard a dead bird hit the ground. My headlamp appears to be off because of interference from the storm. The psi storm, not the sea storm, the psi storm. But I would bet you almost anything it's still burning battery power. Normally you get like, what is it, an entire minute to take shelter before a psi storm, not sea storm, psi storm hits. Let's not take all night, please. This is the first time this has ever happened to me. Final. Headlamp? What? Oh yeah, I don't have to do that anymore. This Geiger counter is so power efficient, I don't think I've yet had to change the batteries in it. Then again, I don't have to use it constantly. Contrast with the white night vision, which is why I want the blue kind. Did I have anything to turn in? I met Doc, but I don't remember if after meeting Doc you go back to Professor Sakharov and simply tell him that you did so. I haven't played Ecologist in a long time.
Чего тебе?
And 822 and 1237, yeah, same. So it doesn't matter who I buy those from.
С чем пожаловали в мою скромную лабораторию?
Not a bad price.
Пруд и пруд. С двух сторон пруд. Снаружи сталкеры ловятся, а изнутри твари эти от ничего стоят.
This is the place to buy these. And these. And these. And he does have...
Главное, днем между собой срутся, а ночью собираются в стаи и нас качают.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that. It's a temptation, though.
Привет, брат. Что скажешь?
Let's see what time it is. Past midnight. It's your one-way ticket to midnight. Oh, wait.
Чего тебе?
Come on now, let's not take half the day getting through the doorway. Gotta do the thing. Sloop! One of these. I should have combined that. Where did half my health go? Why is half my health missing? My favorite breakfast. Still thirsty. Of course. Wouldn't it be something if Professor Sakharov was or were, whichever is grammatically correct,
Здравствуйте, молодой.
asking for a pin or a sparkler? Of course I'll do Truck Cemetery. What is with my health? Why does it keep going down? I'm just gonna have to waste a med kit.
Бывает враг, бывает лучший друг.
All right. Hard save ending with K. Hard save ending with L. And then a quick save. Till next time, catch you on the flip